You receive your own beautiful printed and bound comic book in the mail, fresh from Comix Wellspring, finally holding the countless hours of work you put into your comic. But have you ever stopped and paused to think about how that book got made? Why it looks so clean? How it feels so fresh? How the physical thing just feels so much better now that it's finally in your hands? Your own beautiful book, glimmering and full of your ideas, your stories, your blood, sweat, and tears, what you worked so hard for. It's what every creator dreams of and what every fan wants on their shelf. But how is it made? Let's take a look a little bit closer at the printing process together and see how all of your books got made through this comic page. This is Understanding Ink, the show where you learn exactly what the print journey looks like and how you can make your books look even better. I'm your host, Max Flowers, a comic book creator and illustrator doing everything I can to learn more about the comic craft and teaching you all that I learn. There are multiple ways to break down the printing process, and depending on what your book is like, there can be countless steps to actually produce your book. But for the purposes of this video, let's break down the print journey into 4 distinct stages. First, there's pre-media, or what you do to design and make whatever will be printed. Then, there's prepress, where the digital files are set up to be printed and all the planning takes place. Then, there's printing, where the physical pages are actually printed through the printing process. And then, finally, there's post-press, where the book evolves into its final form and is ready for distribution arriving at your doorstep. Every step here is just as important as the last in making sure you receive the best possible end result. So you have to carefully consider how each phase will affect the final result. In pre-media, creatives like you conceptualize ideas and come up with what you will be printing. For comic creators, this can mean a lot of different things. Writers will spend countless hours forming the perfect story, creating epic scripts and vast worlds at their writing desks. Artists will lay out, draw, paint, color, and use all sorts of practical techniques to visually communicate a story. Editors, designers, and letterers enhance the story, laying out the book into completed pages and digitally assembling them. This also includes planning for the size of the book and what you want the book to look and feel like once it's finally done. There's a million other aspects of pre-media to explore. The possibilities are truly endless in this stage, from paper stock to specialty holographic covers. But ultimately, you and your team should have a master plan as to what the final form will look like. With the help of a printer, we can dive head first into the printing process to make this idea a reality. Prepress, symbolized by the compass here, is all about technical planning. It can be broken down into 2 main sections, doing your part to create a print-ready file, and the printer side of ensuring everything prints correctly. Using publishing software, creators like you can put together all your pages into one master document. In addition, extra steps like foil map layouts, perfect bound spines, and variant files must also be prepped beforehand. Some steps here are absolutely vital to complete before giving files to your printer. Ensuring you have proper page size, bleed, margins, and the like will make sure your art and story don't get cut off from your book. Color profile is another huge deal. By utilizing CMYK color profiles, you will get the best color results. Digital screens using RGB have a completely different color outcome than traditional 4-color printers, so you have to prepare and plan ahead. Once you've done your part and prepared your files, it's time to give your printer all the resources they will need to print your book. Once you give those resources over to your printer, prepress technicians can then use their own specialized software and expertise to make necessary adjustments to correctly print your book on their printers. Printers can be fickle beasts, battling so many components including mechanical movements, timing, print resolution, heat, and even humidity. Prepress technicians are vital in combating any particular quirks and making sure everything runs smoothly. But without the proper file setups, it is nearly impossible for them to do their job correctly. Both you and the printer have to work together in order to make your book look exactly how you want it to. It is a team effort to print books, a special relationship between creator and printer, so make sure to be kind, do your part, and collaborate. Printing, where the actual pages are printed on complicated machines, is one of the most exciting stages of the process. It's where the digital becomes physical, and your book starts its journey to becoming physically real. There's a million different ways to print books. Ancient woodblock prints, mechanical typeset, traditional offset lithography, home inkjet printing, and the one used by Comix Wellspring, commercial digital presses. These giant machines are beasts, producing a massive amount of work on the widest variety of paper stocks and outputting unmatched print and color quality. These machines also enable Comix Wellspring to print short, affordable runs of books without the immense setup costs of other ways of printing. Digital presses typically utilize lasers or LED lights to statically charge a rotating drum, collecting 4 colors called toner along the way. Once the toner is transferred to the paper, heat is applied to fuse the image to the paper and out comes your page. The process can get a lot more complicated, especially with continuous feed, additional spot color application, specialty effects like spot gloss foil, and more. If you want to know more about how Comix Wellspring's printers work on a nuts and bolts level, let us know in the comments below and we'll do our best to get into all the gritty details for you. Once all your pages are printed and ready, it's time to start post-press. This involves everything from trimming and binding to inspection, proofing, packaging, and more. Comix Wellspring uses specialized equipment to properly trim your books to get the cleanest edges, as well as consistently applying saddle stitch binding and perfect bound binding. Operators and technicians supervise this entire process, making sure everything is right once your book comes off the press. The best way to ensure that the entire process went smoothly and no changes are needed is to ask for a physical proof with your order. It's important not to simply skim your book for glaring mistakes, but to be critical of what the book actually looks like and how it feels, and if you're happy with the result. You have to remember that the very same proof you have is what will be mass produced and shared with all your fans. Once you give the green light, Comix Wellspring gets right on top of mass production of your book. Everything is run again through speedy printers using practically modern day magic to make thousands of your books a reality. It is Comix Wellspring's noble fight to provide creators with the best books possible, carefully inspecting, wrapping, protecting, and packaging all of your books, delivering them right onto your doorstep. And that feeling of magic as you open your box to find your books is all too real, as so many creators know. After the books are printed, your book's journey is up to you. Share it with your friends and family, show all your fans, and get your book out into that big wide world. Comix Wellspring is there to support you the entire way, ready to welcome you back anytime you need a reprint or just want to print something new. If you have any questions about the printing process or want to learn more, let us know in the comment section, and keep an eye out for future videos of Understanding Ink to learn more about the printing process, book design, and how to make sure you get the best possible version of your book out into the world. Thanks for watching and keep making comics.